Hello, my name is John Millerhagen. I'm the Executive Director of the Minnesota Elementary School Principals Association. Couldn't be happier to be here today to celebrate with you. I want you to give it up again for Principal Tammy and Superintendent Carlson. That's where this comes from. Let's give it up. My story, I just came out of an elementary school in Bloomington. I've been a principal for about 20 years. And a similar thing happened. Les Fujitaki, our superintendent, called me up and said, "John, you want to have universal breakfast at your school?" I said, "Heck yeah." And then you turn around and you build a bridge between the opportunity that you folks created and have for schools, and you go to your staff and your group and you put it together. This morning was a wonderful opportunity. I had a chance to sit down and talk to a few of the children. Kalia, who's at kindergarten, and Lewis and Zanea. I asked the kids, what do you like about breakfast? It's fun, I like the food, that kind of thing. And then I asked the children, what happens when you don't have breakfast? And one of the children said, I get tired. One of the other children said, I get sleepy. I'm going to challenge you to think about this. When's the last time, or how often have you taken a friend and gone for a lunch or a dinner and enjoyed that experience with that person? Raise your hand if you've done that. We all have. The greatest thing about a morning breakfast, the health, the food, those sorts of things are good things. But what happens is we create an opportunity for children to communicate and to bond and to establish self-worth, self-esteem, to listen and build their emotional and social intelligence and strength. The other thing that happens is instead of the children coming in and meeting with the teacher right away, one adult, oftentimes they get a chance to meet with 4 or 5 adults in the morning. And I'm so thrilled about your early child care program in our school. We have a great relationship with the Bloomington. We call it a Kid Safari program. And actually our Kid Safari staff supervised our breakfast. And we had a great collaboration in that way. And again, we had several adults that had a chance to encourage children to start their day, do their best, go to college. Are you working hard? Are you making good choices? Those are the beauties behind a universal breakfast program. So I encourage you to, as folks here, to continue to encourage your schools, and we're going to continue our principals to consider establishing those programs. One thing I'd like to say about the angel accounts, as a public, I want you to be aware that oftentimes this conversation goes to, well, we have an angel account, and then it kind of stops there. For those of us that have been principals and leaders of schools where at least or over half of the population is struggling with the economic status of our schools, there's a lot of need, not just a little bit of need. And sometimes the depth of that need is absolutely remarkable. What happens to the angel accounts is they get tapped really hard. So you have an answer, but it's not a complete and full best answer. So I would encourage you as foundations and as groups and corporate entities and organizations to step behind these programs because they're so wonderfully needed for the children. And those are ways that you can help build this opportunity for children to come to school and make the absolute most of a great program like Principal Tammy has designed at our school. So thank you very much.